Students interested in a career in aviation can learn from the very best this holiday season. Brenda Robinson, listen to this. She made history as the first African-American female pilot in the Navy. Wow, what an inspiration. And now she's using that to inspire others to follow her career path at the Aviation Camp of the Carolinas. Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning.
Such an honor to meet you. I'm so excited to get your story. I know that you have been a pilot for over 35 years. Yes. You flew in Desert Storm. You've landed on aircraft carriers. I don't even know where to begin.
I was very busy. 13 different airplanes in my life. Yes.
Wow.
And some of them I flew twice. So, I mean, I just stayed very busy.
What memory really sticks out to you?
A lot of times I always revert back to landing on aircraft carriers. Now, I landed in a cargo airplane, so what I was doing was making sure that the ships were always supplied with whatever they need, and they loved us when we brought mail. You know, I mean, everything else is important, but the mail was top. So we used to fly out to the ships all the time out of the East Coast. I was flying for VRC-40 out of Norfolk, Virginia. So we landed on every carrier on the entire East Coast, including some of them that have steamed over to the West Coast. And that's what we did for 3 years. That was in the 80s, in early 80s.
And I asked you, I said, what was it like to make history? And you go, well, I was really busy. I wasn't really focused on making history. But how did you end up with this career?
I was always interested in aviation, and I ended up going to college to study aviation, even though my first priority was air traffic control school. But I ended up there at Dowling College, got my aeronautics degree. And then the Navy picked me up, the military picked me up, and I wasn't thinking about military either. It's like, well, you know, teenagers are not thinking about anything, right? So the Navy picked me up. I started flying for the Navy. I flew for 13 straight years, and then I did reserve for there, went over to American Airlines, picked up the Boeing 727, 767, 757, and flew that for 17 years and retired from them as well. So
what
I did all of that,
35
years.
So all of this experience, you have just turned into a passion to teach, especially kids, other people, but especially kids. Talk about the camp that you have coming up for kids that are on Christmas break. This is a great thing, parents.
That's really cool. Aviation Camps of the Carolinas. I'm so proud of this. I'm taking a 2-week camp that I would normally give students all this information. I try to talk to them about all of the aspects of flying, like straight from how does an airplane fly, and no one seems to know, you know, what actually makes an airplane fly, all the way to what passengers need to know about what's going on behind that door when they're on a flight.
Right.
And then I go on to life issues. I want to talk to them about the kind of personality that a normal pilot would have, and not just pilots, everybody. You know, what kind of things you could do for your social media site, and what are excuses and complaints and whining and gossip.
Wow.
What are those kind of things? What is it to deal with bullies? What is it about body language?
Sure.
What are we telling people when we stand up straight, or when we slouch over, or when we look scared, or when we look confident? You know, we went through all of this stuff yesterday because I did it at Monroe Airport, so that was very cool. So I wanted to get that life stuff in there too. Yeah. And then I talk about all the other aspects of aviation, because I love air traffic control. I would be an air traffic controller if they didn't sidetrack me with flying.
Yeah, you were on track to do that. Now let's talk about the camp really quick. Are there any spots left open? When are the dates? Give us some details.
We have a few spots left at Concord. Luckily, we have 2 days.
Okay.
And there are still 1-day camps, but we have 2 days. So you can get in at on the 29th of December or the 30th of December. And we like it because it's a Christmas holiday, and when everybody's got their toys and they're busy right here and they're sitting and they're not going anywhere or moving, this is their opportunity to get them out of the house.
Absolutely.
Get them over to
Maybe
the
they'll
camp.
find a new passion.
I know it.
And we're going to have all the information linked up on our web channel where you can sign up, get more information. Yes. Brenda Robinson, thank you so much. Appreciate your time. What an incredible story. Such an inspiration to us. Again, our web channel, WCCBcharlotte.com.